Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone is doing well. Guys, I'm on today to share a reading about how the masculines see you. It's been a repetitive message that's been coming up for me. They see you as very confident, okay? And I see a lot of the divine feminine starting to forget about union, so to speak. It's almost like you guys don't have time to be pursuing a relationship right now because your focus has shifted to pursuing your dreams and your goals. And I see many of you really attracting and bringing in things into your reality. It's a really good time for manifesting right now because I see manifesting like investing. You have to invest the thoughts now so that way they can manifest in the future. So start now so that way you create that snowball effect that starts happening where, you start small and then all of a sudden you have this giant snowball. Okay, so time is on your side. Don't worry about time, guys. I don't care if you are not 20 years old anymore and you feel like you can't get stuff off of the ground. One of my biggest mentors, Gary Vee, he started at 34, and when you look at his success today and what he really talks about in a lot of his motivational videos is start today, start right now, and don't worry about what anybody else is saying. And this is a strong message for the feminines because I feel that the purpose of your divine masculine coming into your life was to help you feel this masculine energy, to shift yourself from overgiving and overpouring in the area of love and relationship and to open up your eyes to a whole new world. Okay, that might be an Aladdin sink for some of you who maybe have that joke where your masculine thinks you look like Princess Jasmine. But I feel many of you really taking your manifestation seriously. This is a message to those of you who have seriously considered starting to drop the 9 to 5. Maybe you already have. To those of you who have become entrepreneurs, you've taken the risk. You have forgotten about the insecurity and what people are going to think and say, and you've really forged your own path and you've taken that risk to start your own business. Maybe you've started taking your finances into your own hands. I will share a link with you guys as well if many of you want to start investing your money. I may be getting a little bit off topic here, but it's just the energy I feel coming from the feminines, and it's very attractive, and it's making your masculines very aroused. And I know that sounds weird, and that's why I had to bring out the Tarot of Sexual Magic, because I feel that there's an importance about this energy. Like when your masculines feel aroused, divine feminine, like when they feel, horny for you, something is important about that. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups coming through. It makes them take action in the area of like their creativity. Okay, it's not just like, oh yeah, I want a banger. Like, no, at times, don't get me wrong. Did I see the bottom of the deck? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that's perfect. Because this is like them feeling very aroused by you. Okay, they're coming towards you because they constantly think about you in this vulnerable way. She's presenting herself here as intimate, very intimate energy, and that's why they feel creative right now. It's not just that they want to have sex, it's that making love to you creates a very powerful force. Like it makes them want to pursue their goals as well. And that's just how I feel the divine masculine and feminine tends to work off of each other. You're putting your masculine in touch with his feminine energy so that way he can let you in and really embrace a lot of this intimacy. I see many of you connecting with your masculines in the beginning, and they might have been like really rough around the edges. If you presented any type of masculine energy in the connection, divine feminine, you might have found your masculines always trying to like have the one up on you. They were very competitive. They really wanted to kind of show up as again, I don't know why, but I'm hearing always wanting to have a one up on you. And I see that many of you, with her energy in this card here, many of you intuitively knew what your masculines were trying to do by the way that your masculines acted. A lot of you knew that there was an imbalance with their feminine energy. And so many of you might have gone through a transformation where you've had repetitive messages about kind of toning down your own masculine energy and allowing your own feminine energy to bring balance to him. And then vice versa. Your masculine taught you about your own masculine energy within you. And that's why I feel like a lot of feminines are now bringing in abundance, because it took that masculine energy to not only manifest it in your head, but to also start taking action towards it, right? If you're too much in your feminine energy, you will consistently try to manifest, but taking action feels a little bit fearful and scary. But when your masculine comes into your life, they challenge you in such a way that they kind of set you on this path to doing your own thing, right? So much to the point where now many of them are watching you do it so effortlessly. What your masculine, like, this is what I want to say, divine feminines, like, your masculine might have had goals, and it's taking them time to achieve it here with the Knight of Pentacles, because they're often slow moving, but just because they're slow moving doesn't mean they're slow. It's just they can be very methodical and very strategic. Maybe they can overanalyze things at times. Sorry guys, my tummy's grumbling. They tend to overanalyze things at times, but they're definitely the tortoise, in the tortoise versus the hare race. But when it comes to the divine feminine now, I feel like before you met your masculine, you would just manifest, and you would daydream and fantasize and think about what you want. Kind of like how she's sitting in the water here, right? Like, very much in her emotions at times, very much in her head and in her heart. And that's a beautiful energy to be in, right? And many of your masculines, they were the ingredients that needed to be paired up with this energy of daydreaming and manifesting. Your masculine was like, let's make that happen. But the weird thing is that once you balance your own feminine energy, once you balanced your own masculine energy, all of those daydreams in your head, you're now starting to see in real life. And what I think is very attractive to your masculines is that you don't have to be slow and methodical and strategize and plan. It's just like instantaneous. And I think I shared this in the community post as well, where you guys stick to your word. Like, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do something. Like, if you say that you want to manifest more for yourself, I see you guys like making that happen, not within a year, but within like a few months. There's this energy behind your ability to now really set things in motion. And I feel like that's because many of the feminines, the experiences that your masculines were giving you, the heartaches, the having to really harden your heart towards them, that was your masculine energy coming through. And now you guys are really triggering a lot of shifts, like quantum leaps is the word I'm hearing, where it's like you think of something and there's nothing in you that says that you can't do it. Like, normally when you have like a dream or a goal and then you hear that voice coming in that says, oh, but what if this? And I feel like a lot of the feminines are just like, I don't have time for that voice. Like, I need to take care of myself. I need to make these things happen for me. And when your masculine sees you in that energy, like, they feel very sexual towards you. But that sexuality, this time around, they're using it to create. They're using it to push themselves. It's almost like a form of fuel for them. Okay, so that's why a lot of you feel heavily watched. Many of you might feel a lot of that sexual energy coming back, but there's like nothing happening in the physical. You feel like something big is happening with your counterpart, but they still might be very silent. What's their silence about? Let's find out what's going on here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles and now we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel that many of them are working on appearing to you as more confident, in charge, grounded. A lot of them are in silence because when they're trying to balance their divine feminine energy, they feel a lot more, which makes sense, right? Like, they feel emotions a lot more deeply. They can't communicate with you right now because they would be a hot mess. They would probably get so emotional that they would cry over the phone, or they would divulge stuff to you, like tell you that they love you, they miss you, and it feels weird and uncomfortable for them because they've been conditioned to believe that you're not supposed to be soft in front of your woman like that. like she's going to see you as weak. But the divine feminine is already balanced, where just like the masculine sees you as attractive in your masculine energy, you find him attractive in his feminine energy because he's already so masculine. So when he shows you that feminine side, which is his ability to be nurturing, his ability to care for you, his ability to take care of things without having to be told, it's like an intuitive thing. He knows what you want before you can already say it. That is attractive to you, divine feminine. And they're just starting to learn this. Okay, so bear with them is what I'm getting with the Nine of Wands wanting to come through, because the King of Pentacles is someone you can rely on. It's someone that can be trusted. It's someone that you could trust that's been doing the work, just like you guys have, right? If you guys are manifesting abundance and bringing things into your life that were once a dream, a daydream, a fantasy, right? Your masculines are doing the exact same. You are attracted to them for a reason, divine feminine. They are your counterpart. They are the only ones, and you guys know it, right? Just like they know it. They know it. So I feel like in this card here, the Nine of Wands is letting you know that, now is a good time to just trust your masculines. And I feel like maybe that's why he's kind of got his hand over her mouth in a sense. I feel like the person in the back carrying the torch here represents hesitations, okay? Every time I see a light in the background, it represents maybe the divine feminines kind of hesitating on this journey. Maybe you guys are getting carried away with doing your own thing, but your masculines are asking you to really trust them here. And also I'm hearing like not to forget them on this twin flame journey, because we have the Three of Chalices as well wanting to make an appearance here. It's like, don't forget this passion, this love that's existed between you two. Don't forget that he's the only one and you're the only one in his eyes. And I think that a lot of you have gotten into a place where maybe doing your own thing, you can't feel your masculine's energy as much, maybe blocking out the connection, ignoring the synchronicities. That's all orchestrated for a reason so that you guys can focus on bringing in your manifestations and doing what you need to do. And I feel that if you are in separation, this reading tells me like there's nothing to be worried about. Everything is in divine timing for both divine masculine and divine feminine's highest good. Because once you guys are said and done with your transformations, I feel like you guys will be, a force to be reckoned with, so to speak. Both of you will be communicating as well from a very free place, without anybody telling you what to do, without anybody in the background. You guys are just going to be in a healthy state of mind when it does come to communicating with each other. It's going to be really healthy in the way that you communicate. You're going to clearly communicate what's going on in each other's lives. You're going to clearly communicate your boundaries, clearly communicate your feelings to one another. And you're just going to find that overall the connection is just a lot more healthy. It's a lot more abundant this time around. Okay. And that's because, again, a lot of you aren't focused on union. You're more just focused on just every day, day by day as it comes. What do your divine masculines want you to know, divine feminines, at this time? Like while you're in this energy, while they may be in solitude, just really absorbing their feminine energy coming through and taking over at times. Despite everything, what do they want you to know? Okay, so I have not been intimate with anyone. A lot of your masculines can't be intimate with anyone else. And, they carry that beautiful wand with them. And unfortunately, if they can't be intimate with anybody else, it ain't happening, if you guys know what I mean. So a lot of them just want you to know they're focused on other things right now. Learning about their crafts with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles is what I get, because I feel that when you're in your energy of Pentacles, you're more focused on like work or career or just building, saving money, investing their money, working overtime, trying to create like a solid foundation. And it's for themselves right now. Like they know that they need to take care of themselves in a sense, be diligent and forgiving of themselves as well, and just continue to focus on what's important regardless of what's happened in the past there with that Nine of Wands card, right? Yeah, they can't be intimate with anyone else is what I'm getting. And if you guys are thinking about that or it's crossed your mind, they want you to know that they've also, in a sense, been on like a journey of celibacy where they've they've started to think really clearly about certain things when it comes to intimacy. Like also when it comes to even like pornography, I see a lot of masculines, like it's not as stimulating. And it's because of this awakening that's interfering with them right now. It's like they see the bigger picture in certain things and they're not really attracted to that. It's like they see things happening on a bigger level where they're starting to awaken in that sense. So that might be a message for some of you who are even wondering, like in the past, if your masculine might have been very like, I don't know, much of a, like that player type of energy, or maybe they struggled with, needing a lot of sexual partners and things like that. This whole twin flame experience has been a great lesson for many of them when it comes to protecting their sacred energy in a sense. Okay. I feel like they can only think of the divine feminine when it comes to that, because they now know what it's like to feel in love with someone and also make love to someone, or want to make love to someone, if you guys haven't, that they feel in love with. That's a priority for them in this lifetime. They want to know what that feels like. Okay, so let's get a few more messages. Okay, these are way too many cards that fell out, so I'm just going to randomly like kind of choose one here. Let's go with this one. Okay. Oh, so I won't ever speak to you that way again. This might be one of the things that they may be reflecting on when they're in their alone time, especially if they're balancing their feminine energy, like just speaking more compassionately to others, being a good listener, trying not to be in that energy where they're not always trying to have, again, that one up on you, divine feminine, allowing you to speak, allowing you to be yourself and express yourself the way that you are in all of your confidence. Okay, many of you might have been very confident in the past in your connection, or just really out there. And a lot of your masculines might have felt intimidated in a way that you maybe were outspoken in a sense. And they might have tried to, say certain things to make you aware of that, but you weren't backing down. A lot of them have regrets on the way that they might have spoken to you, but they want you to know that that was simply because you were showing up in masculine energy and it really triggered them to the point where they became competitive with you. Okay, so they want you to know, like, they're not going to lash out, and those are one of the things that they've deeply been reflecting on. Okay, and it's also trickled into their own personal lives as well, where they're more conscious of the way they are at work, the way that they speak to others in general. I feel like that's what they want you to know, like the way that they might have carried themselves with you, being very like rough around the edges. I think that you were maybe one of the first people in their lives to really put them in check about the way they carry themselves when they speak to others. And so with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, your masculine might, like, what I'm getting is a masculine who is at work and he has the ability to have a lot of opportunities in his pocket if he were to emphasize his people skills, for example. And it wasn't until you came into his life that he learned that lesson. And a lot of them now are in the background of maybe like, I don't know, like forming their own company now, because over time, just the lessons that you've brought to them, divine feminine, they are learning how to be just like you, a good entrepreneur, a good people person. I think like that's what they're starting to awaken to when it comes to reflecting on these lessons. A lot of deep regret felt too, about the way that they would have said certain things in certain conversations that you guys would have had. Okay, it's putting me into like a romantic feeling, so I'm gonna end this reading by getting a message from the romance angels. How do they feel in their hearts about this connection with the divine feminine? Okay, because I definitely see a masculine who's hard at work here. They're now starting to experience a lot of success, but it's taking work because they have to balance karma. But again, they're almost like seeing you like a wife, divine feminine, or you would be like wife material to them, as cheesy as that might sound. Okay, so unrequited love. Okay, so right now they're aware that there's just not enough chemistry and romance to keep this relationship going. And this is why you guys might feel some sadness at times. A lot of you may not be able to pick up on your masculine's energy right now. For those of you who are doing your own thing, you finally come to a place of realizing that you're just not attracted to anything, other than a king. So if, like, you've grown in a sense, divine feminine, and your masculine is feeling this unrequited love from you at this time, okay? And they've not been intimate with anyone else. They won't ever speak to you this way again. They understand why you might be feeling unrequited love right now. I think a lot of feminines, when you guys kind of think back to the experiences that you've had with your divine masculines, many of you kind of stop and think like, how the heck did I ever interact or engage with him on that level? And many of you cut off communication, but not because you let go of your twin flame or it's not your masculine, but you didn't want to attract that version of your masculine. And so you started reflecting on your own life and realizing like, if he's coming towards me as a page or a knight, why am I attracting that? And so many of you cut communication with your twin flame to go explore why you are attracting the knight. And so now he's coming to you as the King of Pentacles because he sees you attracting things into your own life where, you expect, good things into your life, including love relationships. Okay, so they want you to know that they're feeling the disconnect. They're missing the times that you were just, I don't know, maybe chasing them a little at times, but they are, outgrowing that behavior as well. Okay, so yeah, guys, we're moving past 20 minutes now. I think I'm going to call it on this one. If you guys want to reach out for a personal session, I'm over on Wizio.com. And if you guys would like to hit me up on Patreon as well, I would love to have you. I do have one-on-one messaging there. So if you guys would like to chat or just say hello, that would be pretty cool as well. Okay, guys? So I love you. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay? Bye, guys.